What's up guys, Champ here bringing you some more Black Ops 3 gameplay. Today what I got for you guys is a crazy gameplay on the map Stronghold, playing some domination using this KN-44 class that everybody should try out because this class completely wrecks everybody. Might be the best gun in the game to use right now. I think for silenced, I think it just kills everybody really quick even though it's silenced. And you guys are going to see that I put it to good use in this game because stealth is key. You're going to want to be stealth when you're going to want to do what I did in this game, which is going to go on a crazy high KD gameplay. I'm only going to have one death in this game, the whole entire game. And I'm going to go on some pretty good gun streaks before I get that death. Then I'm going to go on another nasty gun streak afterwards. Then I'm going to end up finishing this game 79 and 1. 79 kills, 1 death, using this crazy KN-44 class setup. Like I said, you guys definitely need to use this. I'm going to go over my attachments really quickly for you guys, which is obviously the silencer. Then I got extended mags, and then I got stock, and that's it. 3 attachments. I think that's all this gun needs. No grip necessary. I don't really feel like grip helps, so just go without it because you're not going to kill from too far with this gun. It gets a little bouncy from range. You have to burst it from range, and then if you burst fire it from range, you can still pick people off and kill them. And sometimes you just get lucky and it just destroys people and you can kill them from pretty deep. But medium and close range, this gun is going to wreck them with and without the silencer. Doesn't even matter. I don't feel like there's too much of a downfall throwing the silencer on this gun. Perks I got in this game is just a 4 perk setup, 2 perk ones. I got Afterburner and Flat Jacket. Then I got Fast Hands in the perk 2 slot. And then I got Tac Mask in the perks 3. And then sometimes I'll throw on Gung Ho in the perk 3, but lately it's been pretty much Tac Mask because I hate getting stunned. You guys are going to see I am going to play the objective a good amount in this game at first because you are going to want to get your streaks that way. If you're playing the objective, it only is going to help you get your streaks a little faster. You just got to play smart when you're playing the objective, especially when you're going for B. When you go for B, you definitely got to play smart because you can get killed very easily from many different angles going on B right there. But my whole entire team was on it, and that's when I don't mind jumping on. When it's just like 1 or 2 people on there, I'm not going to jump on. So you can see I've already got my streaks up, got the hater up, going crazy, already dominating the other team. And this is what you want. This is how you're going to get these high KD games. You want to get your streaks and let the streaks kind of do work for you so you don't have to die. If you die more than once, then you can't get a high KD game. And here you see right there, I am going to take my death. And I looked up at the sentry gun because I heard shooting, and I thought that, like I must have thought that was a guy or something. So as soon as I did that, the other guy peeked around the corner and took me out right before my wraps took him out. Split second later, my wraps would have saved me right there, and I would have just probably had 0 deaths in this whole entire game. But that is the only death you guys are going to see this game. And you're going to see I'm going to go on a nasty gun streak from here on out. Mostly using this KN-44. You can see I just picked up a lot of points right there because I just jumped right on the base and took both those guys out. I'm going to take this guy out. You're going to see I'm going to accumulate a lot of points really quickly right here. And I'm going to end up getting my score streaks again pretty quickly, which definitely helps. Like I said, I'm playing that objective, hit the base up, got another kill, and I'm pretty much 200 points only away from my Wraith. Once you get the Wraith, throw the hater up. Once you get the hater, you know you're going to get those wraps as long as you play smart with that hater and no BS happens to you. Every once in a while there's some BS that happens to you and you're like waiting on a guy to come around the corner with that hater. You know he's coming and everything. Wait a minute, don't get turned on. Panic shots, uh-oh, better hide. Thankfully my teammates bailed me out right here. Another thing I forgot to mention is that I am playing solo in this game, so I don't know any of these guys that I'm playing with, and luckily it bailed me out right there. You can't always expect that from your team. A lot of times you do not get that. So now I'm only 55 points away from my streaks, and what I like to do is kind of stick around the house in the map Stronghold. I know that we got the A flag, so they're going to be coming through from B or C right over there, so I just had to wait and get my hater. Now I know exactly where they are. Once you get the hater up, it's time to go get aggressive, time to get some kills. And here, like I said, I'm playing that objective. I decided to also go and take B right there. So I got my wraps, which you ultimately, like you said, you want to get the wraps, you want to get the Wraith. Wraith and the wraps are the streaks in this game. The only streaks you should really be running if you're good enough to get those streaks with the Hater. This is the ultimate class setup right here. The only other score streaks that I like to use really is maybe the Talon. If you really want to go for a high KD, you could use the Mothership, but you do have to hide your body someplace safe. Because if they get to your body, that's going to be a death. And if you already got a death, that's it. No more high KD gameplay like I got right here. Like I said, I finished this game 79-1. This is halftime right here. You can see they're all making a big push for B right now. I'm going to poke my head out. There's going to be so many people. Pretty much the whole team was on B right there. If I didn't back out right there from that gunfight, I definitely would have died if I kept trying to challenge everybody. 5-on-1 gunfights do not work out well in any Call of Duty game. Unless you're playing versus absolute bozos, absolute idiots. But I wasn't playing versus absolute idiots in this game. I was actually playing versus a pretty good team. You're going to see that we finished 100 to 101, which is kind of crazy. That's about as even as it gets for a team. With me completely dominating too, which is crazy. Just throwing in streaks, haters, wraps, Wraith the whole time. These guys were still able to tie it at halftime. You're going to see I'm going to play strategic this whole entire half. I'm not going to get any deaths this half. And we are going to, at one point, kind of triple cap these guys, and the game is going to go a lot quicker than I wish it had gone. But I guess if it hadn't gone this quick, there's a chance I would have got killed too. And I didn't really want to die. I wanted to get this nasty high KD gameplay. 79-1. I think this might be my highest KD finish. There's probably a bunch of games where I got a higher KD and then maybe died once or twice towards the end. Because after I get killed off a nice streak like this, I do get frustrated sometimes and I go and do some dumb frustration moves. Then my score just doesn't look as good at the end. Thankfully that didn't happen this game. I was able to pull this one off without dying. You can see right now I'm going to go on a nasty little streak using this Hater. Like I said, having this Hater up always helps you rerun your score streaks. That's why I love about the Hater, Wraps, and Wraith combo is once you get that Hater up, you get a couple kills. Then now you're pretty much right on your way to getting another set of score streaks. All you gotta do is play smart, play strategic, stay alive. Don't put yourself in any dumb situations. And while you're playing domination, you can even cap a flag or two easily, which could end up happening here if your teammates come and join you. But you're gonna see I'm gonna go on tear versus these guys. I'm on something like a 19 or 20 gun streak right now. Me and my teammate are gonna cap A right here, and I'm gonna pick up more streaks. Thing I do right here, which is really dumb, I meant to push down and then throw the Wraith in. I ended up throwing the Hater in. They got a counter UAV on, which really sucks. So I do not get the full use out of my Hater right here. And this is going to cost me, because I could have got a lot more kills using the full Hater right here. But them having counter UAV somehow is just absolute crazy, mind-boggling. I have no clue how they ended up getting a counter UAV when our team is absolutely destroying them. My guy's got a Cerberus out right there, you see. And I pretty much had a Wraith and Wraps up this whole entire half. So somehow he pulled off that, but now I get a little use out of this Hater. I am going to capitalize. I just picked up a 20 gun streak right there. I'm about to run out of ammo in this KN-44, but luckily I kind of make it a habit now to pick up a gun any chance I really get. Like, if I just got in like a one-on-one gunfight with somebody and I know the spawn's flipped and my whole team's all of a sudden around me, I'll just snatch a gun real quick just in case I go on a gun streak. Because I don't like to use scavenger if I don't have to. A lot of times there's just really not enough spots in your class setup to throw scavenger on. So you just got to make that habit to pick up a gun if you're the type of player that goes on these long gun streaks a lot. And the KN-44 I'd say has enough bullets in it just to get you your wraps. And then usually you will run out of ammo. Unless the other team starts using that gun, which does happen a lot of times too. I mean, it's the KN-44. Everybody loves using the KN-44. But I hope you guys like this gameplay. I'm going to finish up using this HVK. You guys are going to see that I do end up finishing this game 79-1. One of my highest finished in KD games, probably in all of Black Ops 3 that I have so far. Doing it solo. Playing solo is what makes it a lot harder. It's not that hard to get a high KD when you're spawn trapping the whole time, camping, everybody's throwing up haters. It's a lot easier to get a nice high KD game that way. But there was none of that here. Just me playing solo, completely dominating this other team. You're going to see I had to go back and get this in theater mode because I was like, geez, I forgot to record right at this moment. I noticed it, but that's all right because I started recording and I got you guys a little after game report so I can show you guys that I finished with a relentless here, got a ruthless, got another gun streak in there, got a 24 kills with the wraith, 24 kills with the wraps, which is kind of crazy. A lot of help there. You're gonna see I finished 79 and 1. I hope you like this gameplay. This is Champ at Champ Gaming. Come see me.